thought I unmuted us. No, I unmuted it. And let me put the thing.
Oh my gosh.
Huh. I know I'm trying to read. Is this the right one?
Yes, and we're live.
I know we're live. I'm discombobulated right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our live. I'm excited. Are you excited?
Mm-hmm. I'm excited. I made it.
You did. And hello to 2 people who are watching.
Yes.
Okay. It is Mom's 50th birthday.
That's okay.
Hopefully I'm talking loud. I don't know if I'm talking loud enough.
I don't think so. We'll see.
It's okay. Oh, no. I don't want that one. Wrong banner. But I hope you all are doing well out there. We missed you guys. We missed talking about Married at First Sight, especially this past episode. So we definitely have to talk about it.
That happened to be the best episode to come back with Jose tripping the way he was tripping last night. Oh my goodness. I don't need to get all worked up. I'm not in the worked up mood. Hey, Chloe, thank you. But you know what?
What?
Listen, this whole group of men on this show,
there we go,
including Gil, because I think Gil is, a little messy because he likes to go tell the business. That to me, that's not cool in a man, I guess. But
it's not.
This group of men, like, I don't know how. I know we say it every season, but seriously, this season.
Oh, let me put the link in.
How did they make it on the show? They all have baggage. I mean, baggage, whether it be controlling, serial dating. You want to be on the show because everyone in your family is married. You think it's you, but you have issues too. Like, listen, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So, did you point out the tiara you're making me wear?
No, I didn't. I just want to point out, I just came off from work.
You did.
With the children. So I might look a little bit rough. But it's not about me. It's about Mom. Because she's 50. 50. And you know what's crazy? She would have never told her age before.
Never. I would have dropped it a good 5 years. But with your brother being 29, I mean, that's a little bit scandalous now that I'm older, But whatever, it happens, so whatever. But welcome, everyone. Let me put my glasses on. What are people saying? And I'm hot. Y'all, I'm hot.
They're telling you happy birthday.
Oh, and on my glasses. No, don't turn the fan. Don't turn that fan on. I'm good. Y'all, it's still 90 degrees here, so, and it's only, 5:30? The Jasmine show's in LA, so they know, but it's hot, y'all. I'm warm, so. Anyways, we can get into it as soon as we get hopefully a few more people come on. I know it's late for the East Coast ones.
Not really.
Well, thank you, Jasmine show. Thank you, Chloe. Hi, Tamar. Thank you. Thank you, baby. Hi, it's Hayes. I don't know how you say it. So, yes, it's a major milestone in life, along with other things I'm getting past, but I'm not going to cry. But I'm truly, truly, truly grateful even more this birthday going forward. So,
yes.
Oh, your little cousin's football game? Okay, Romeo. So, did you put the link in for people who want to come on, perhaps?
I did put the link in.
8:18 in Atlanta, yeah. We know. I mean, we have to, we get off for what East Coast like 7, 8 o'clock for you guys. So that's why we go live a little later. But we wanted to talk about Married at First Sight, especially last night's episode. Not just because it's my birthday today.
Hold on. I forgot to do something.
Oh, my goodness. Do not embarrass me. Good to see you, too.
I'm not going to embarrass you. But she forgot to do it like it's her B-Day. Do it like it's her B-Day, baby. Yes. Mom don't like that song. I love that song. If it was my birthday, I would play it. But she told me to play it on here.
Well, you can't. It's copyright infringement. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Yeah, right.
No, you going to be all right with the shmoney? No.
I guess I work in the cabaret then.
Ooh, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Don't let this, because it's my birthday, get you in trouble. Okay. Anyway. So, did you put the link up?
I did put the link in.
Okay, well.
Whenever people want to join, they'll join.
That's true. So, you want to get started? Anybody want to talk?
Tamar said, Mom said sit. She did. I did it to her yesterday. She was not here for it.
No, I wasn't. Like I said, no, ma'am. Like, don't get snatched on and off camera.
I'm too grown.
Okay. Anywho.
Well, Mom,
so
you go ahead and talk about Married First Sight because
okay.
I didn't get a chance to see it yet.
Well, you didn't get a chance to see the whole episode, but let me say that Married at First Sight, up until this episode, because we have, even though, I've been going through some things, outside, I have been watching, and I will say that even though, let me start with Johnny and Bao, that even though Johnny and Bao are, I guess, starting to get along, I'm still right. I'm still disappointed in Johnny. I really am. I just really, truly, and it's not just Johnny. I could go with all the other men too, like literally all the other men. I'm really disappointed in him because, how do you make her feel? I'm just go back like an episode or two ago. How do you make her feel? Thank you. And Sharon, thank you so much for the card. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. How do you make Bao feel that, because she's like giggly and stuff like that, like that's not a good trait to have? Like, what's that about? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like trying to make her, thank you, trying to make her feel less than. Yeah. I don't like that. And now, you had some champagne last week or so. Now y'all, having quote unquote vanilla sex. So now what you back in like, Yes. Yeah. So we're going to get to that. And then Michaela and Zach, I honestly think they're just doing this for the show, especially Zach. Like, once again, I'm disappointed in Zach and I'm disappointed in Michaela because Michaela is doing everything she said to Zach and everything to his family when they met for dinner and stuff like that, that she didn't do or she wouldn't do, like blow up and get mad and stuff like that. I mean, did she drop bombs like a sailor when she was talking to him? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, when she called him
well, you don't have to
MF.
Well, you don't have to repeat it. Well, whatever, you don't have to repeat it. But the point is, they are just too toxic. He's not ready. He's fragile. She's fragile. He can't take it no more. And, he's like, I can't do this. Well, then it's okay. It's okay to go ahead and go. And again, instead of giving these couples who are struggling tasks to be more sexually related, sexually compatible, where's the counseling? Like, where's the beef? Where's the counseling?
You say that every time. You already know what it is.
But where's the counseling, though? You know what I mean? And especially with Jose and Rachel. We're just going to jump into that one. With Jose and Rachel. Like, the producers came in to talk to them. Like, immediately, again, Dr. V, Dr. Pepper, or Pastor Cal should have been over in the morning while they were, or whatever, whenever he was cooking those steaks, morning, afternoon, whatever it was. It should have been an intervention then. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. I really don't. And listen, when he offered to help pack her stuff
while he was eating his lobster and steak dinner and drinking a Truly, I'm like,
child. Well, hey, that's their relationship. But you know what? Even though when she was with the girls at that, breaking stuff, I don't know what you call it, whatever you call that place, she was saying how she didn't love him anymore and stuff like that, and she wanted a divorce. Or I hope she means that, because when she was in there saying, well, I have this other stuff to say, she kind of seemed like she was like leaning back and forth, like if he said the right things, like she would work it out. And I'm like, really?
I mean, I'm sure she wants to try, but should she try?
I don't know, but she said her parents didn't raise her like that, so there was the answer. You shouldn't try. Thank you, J. Antoinette. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. So, what's this question?
Are you ready for the reunion? Are you ready for the reunion? This season isn't good at all.
I'm ready for the reunion, yes. I think we talk about that every year, don't we? When we're ready for the reunion.
I feel like I'm more ready for the reunion this season because I just, like I said earlier, I just feel like they rushed it. They didn't give us enough time to take a break from, I already forgot what his name was. Isn't that magical? Last season's cast.
Oh, yeah, we don't need to talk about Chris.
I forgot what his name was.
I don't know how you forget that.
I forgot it. I never wanted to remember it.
Oh, okay. It's not about taking a break, even though we did because it was so dramatic last season.
But they just needed to take their time because, like we keep saying over and over again, they keep jumping from season to season to season because they want the ratings, they want to get their check, they want their salaries to increase. But at the stake of who is really losing out? But then again, are the couples really losing out? Because sometimes they don't even seem like they're there to actually be married. It's to be on the show, get notoriety, get a little fame.
Well, I don't know who's on the show this season to get some notoriety, but what I will say is
clearly Mirla. That's one. I think so.
You think so?
She's trying to increase her spending, which I get.
Girl, no. Who?
Jan Twent, she enjoys the season. Last season was too triggering. It was triggering, and then this season is just. I mean, it's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not something that keeps me entertained.
Right. Thank you. You're right. I'm not. Well, see, I don't know if I'm entertained either because, like I said, I think there's a lot of. Like I said, we say this every year. There's lots of issues with these couples every year, but there's lots of issues with the couple this year. And
someone from the Netherlands.
Thank you so much. That's so nice for you to join. I just think that it's the men this time. I'm saying the women don't have their own issues, but the men seem to have more pressing issues that's in the forefront this season. You know, Johnny, Jose, Ryan, Zach, not necessarily Gil. Gil's just messy. He don't have no real issue, you know. So, but 4 to 5 men.
But what do you think of Ryan? Do you think he's improving, or do you still think he looks like someone said like a stray cat? Or was that you?
I don't think he's improving because I don't think he's attracted to her. Like he's mentioned, she's not his type, and I just think they're trying to push that because even he said last night's episode he's trying to feel the spark, and he's not getting the spark. And Dr. Viviana was like, "Well, you acting like this is you want a fairy tale." Well, I think everybody that comes on the show personally wants a fairy tale. I think so. But you're not getting it. And if you come on the show for the wrong reasons, you're not going to have a fairy tale. Nothing's perfect. We all know nothing's perfect, but for some reason, people come on here thinking they're going to find experts got a match for me, and it's just going to be peaches and cream. It's not like that. There's still people. There's still people you technically don't know. You still have to know, but you're a match for supposedly for the right reasons. And I have a piece of hair I cannot get out of my face. Sorry, you guys. So, what else are people saying? Romel. And so I don't know this episode.
Where is next season? Boston?
No, I think yes, Boston, and then San Diego because they're doing. Remember casting for San Diego, and you have the nerve to say you wanted to try.
No, what I said was to Dr. Viviana that they'd even hop over to Vegas, and I still do want to try. Hopefully, we'll see how that goes.
No comment. Don't upset me. Not today.
No, not.
Not today. Not today. I just let's read your comments.
The season seems production heavy. The music, the editing, the couple spending a lot of time together, the drama. I wouldn't be surprised if it was part scripted.
Well, I think it's scripted sometimes, anyways, especially with the games that they play and the different tasks, like when they go meet up somewhere. I think that's scripted. Like maybe they're like, okay, we're gonna put you here and let's talk about this. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's where the scripted comes into play. So that's what I think.
Ryan looks like a deer in headlights.
Every single time, Sharon. Every single time, a deer in headlights. And he just has and this looks just like I just don't get it. Just
you don't know how he got on here?
No, I don't. I honestly
don't see the personality.
I don't see the personality. I see the potential where the job aspect comes to play. Like the men on here and the women too, where their jobs, they have decent jobs, careers. So I can see that, but not.
Bye, Romel.
Bye, Romel. Thank you. So, yeah. Well, so even though you think this season is boring, do your predictions from the beginning, have they changed?
I forgot what my predictions were.
You did.
I did. But I'm pretty sure I said yes to Bao and Johnny.
Yeah.
I still say yes to them because I feel like he's just going to try to stick it out. I don't know why.
I think so too.
I don't know why he would, but I feel like he would because he always puts her down every chance he gets.
Well, yeah, but they've been, like I said, since they had their champagne, they had a little something, something. You know, he even said, like, in the beginning, it felt like lust. I still personally think it's lust.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like I said, if he was interested in her then.
Right, you would have tried something with her instead of ghosting her.
And even the things that he said along the way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I don't know. I just think he's kind of saving face. I think Bao has always been in it for the right reasons in the beginning, but really that's about it.
And Jose and Rachel, I'm not too sure if I had any hope for Jose and Rachel because they just came into it too hot and heavy. And she got out of a relationship 6 months ago. He is too controlling. He's controlling over every little thing.
Right.
Like, I couldn't do it.
No, me neither.
And he was drinking a Truly. Like, you can't be over here trying to be talking to me, talking about what I should be doing, and you over here sipping on a Truly.
What difference does it make?
It makes a difference.
Oh, okay.
To me, it makes a difference. Okay. I might be the only one who thinks so.
Okay. Well, with Zach and Michaela, I know I gave just the only people for me was Johnny and Beth. And now I'm on the fence on that, even though I think they'll stay together. Excuse me.
And I'm not too sure if I like Zach and Michaela. I know I like Michaela in the beginning, but I think she just needs to work on herself.
So does Zach.
Zach needs to work on himself too. And then they just need to find somebody different. Because they weren't ready to be on the show at all. And for the show to say that they vet people with psychiatrists, I'm starting to doubt that.
I don't know who the psychiatrists are.
Every season I just doubt it even more.
I don't know. And who else? Brett and Ryan.
That was always a no.
Yeah.
That never changed.
It never changed. And then who else? Mirla and Gil. That
was a no. Then it kind of switched to a yes because I could see where they could connect.
Mm-hmm.
But Mirla does too much.
Mm-hmm.
And Gil is messy.
Yes, I can't.
He always wants to spill the tea and know the tea. I'm like, are you a good sis? Like, what?
He is a good shit. Right. He's like, girl, let me tell you what happened. Listen.
And that seems like the only time that Mirla is interested.
Right. Hi, Courtney and Eddie. Thank you so much for the super chat.
Thank you.
Super sweet. I appreciate it. So, yeah, but he is too messy. But you know what, though?
He seems like he would be a good friend to have a good kiki with.
I think, right. I was about to say that. I think that's what she wants, is a good kiki. Because if you think about it, her other friends and one that she's not attracted to, they're all men. And I think that she sits around to kiki with them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she wants to be married. So...
like a high schooler. He does.
So just remember,
they get a fine if they leave. Yeah, we see this every season. They do get a fine, but like they can still separate themselves.
Well, I mean, Brett went back to his own house. Johnny went back to. Ryan went to his own house for 2 days.
Oh, okay.
And then Johnny went to his house. So I mean, as long as you feel him, I guess that's all right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Mirla and Gil. Well, not if she was supposedly doing something with that dress.
What? That's hearsay. No spoilers. Go ahead.
It's not a spoiler. Everyone knows this to be
yes, he
true.
loves to drop the tea. I mean, thank you. I mean, but his tea, I mean, I just couldn't believe that the first time he came, I was like, let me tell you what happened. I was like, huh? Mm-hmm. No. That's why they meet up together. And she was going to find out the tea. She would have found out with the ladies, not necessarily from you. And if she did find it out from Gil, then, maybe like bits and pieces, but not like every single detail. You can't trust no man like that. I'm sorry. You just cannot, in my opinion, I could be wrong. You cannot trust a man like that.
So what kind of man would you trust?
Well, none of them that's on this show. None of them, because they all have emotional issues. Mm-hmm. And Gil, I don't know. Gil is just messy.
So what would be your ideal man to be on the show? For you to be like, you know what? I would slide in his DMs.
Well, I wouldn't slide in nobody's DMs. One, let's get this straight. Too grown for that. And two, you know what? I don't know. I think you have to meet a certain criteria. Because if the Married at First Sight experts or whoever is vetting these people for the show really, really vetted people the way that they should be, you know what I'm saying? Then they would have the right caliber of people to be on the show. Because clearly they're getting people who've been not married before, babies on the
that's
way.
Next season.
Oh, well, babies on the
I'm
way.
I'm just saying, like, what if that's next season?
Right.
So married before.
Just got out of relationships prior, just all kind of stuff on the low. Like these are the type.
You mean ex-fiance?
Whatever. These aren't the type of people you want to show. You just came out of a relationship. You need to be at least out for a good year. You know what I'm saying? And your baggage. Everyone has baggage, but it should be like minimal. Like nothing that happened recently where someone could go Google and be like, "Oh, that was you," and the whole story is already blown before the show is even finished. That's for a man and a woman. That's the kind of people that they want to show. You have to meet checkmark. And clearly they haven't been checkmarked in a good 5 seasons. Let's just be honest.
But that's not what I asked you. I asked you what would be that person.
You can't give a certain criteria. But of course, they have to have a stable career, a stable home, stuff like that. But as far as personality wise, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever criteria they have to reach, like personality test or however they're vetted, they have to be vetted for real, and not like pretending. So you really can't say XYZ. So thank you, Kelsey. And you guys, we're only going to be on here just a short time. We're not going to be on here very long at all. Just FYI. So we just want to come on here for a quick second, not just because of my birthday, but kind of, but to talk about Married at First Sight. And we haven't been on in a while. Yeah. So, had things to do. So, but anyways, but it's just, I don't know. I don't know.
What are you thinking?
I just think that they're on too many weeks. They've been on too many weeks. I think they need to, again, where are the counselors? Where's Dr. Pepper? Where's Pastor Cal? And why are we still giving people who are struggling tasks to do when they need counseling? Bring them in for counseling. Counsel these people. And
maybe their counseling is the task. Because like you see, well, I know we watch Family or Fiance. Other people might not. So when on Family or Fiance, I forgot what her name was.
Tracy.
Yeah, Tracy, the counselor on there, she gives them tasks. So maybe that's just their philosophy of doing things.
It's failed. We've seen Married at First Sight since the beginning, and we've seen, let's just go back, not from the beginning, let's just go back 3 seasons. Let's start with a Karen and Miles season.
Mm-hmm. I can't believe that's already.
Let's go back 3 seasons. The counselors failed, in my opinion. Well, let me take a word failed. They didn't
meet the criteria.
Or have these couples show accountability for when they were struggling. When you're struggling, you don't leave them hanging. That's the whole point. They want them to succeed, right? Mm-hmm. So where are they? As more often, where are they? So that's what I want to know. And I don't want to be a vent session, but this Married at First Sight season, I don't know.
It can be a vent session. We have not been on here in a good few weeks. We haven't talked about nothing about Married at First Sight.
We haven't been on a few weeks for good reasons.
Well, I'm just saying. So it is a vent session about Married at First Sight.
Yeah, but
because I know for a fact.
I'm not trying to be upset about it. We've been tired. I'm not trying to be upset about it, especially today. Let's read your comments.
See, if this was last season, on your 50th birthday,
it would have been 49 last season.
Well, you know what I'm talking about. If the season switched, it would be a mess.
It would have been a mess. Yeah.
They should, but she's over here traveling the U.S. because they got other shows to do.
Exactly. That's the problem. You know what? I just.
But now with the whole pandemic thing, if everyone hasn't been on Zoom, Skype, a Google Meet, a Microsoft, whatever that thing is. Everyone almost has been on it.
Microsoft
so they know
Teams.
how to use it. Oh, you use Microsoft Teams?
Yes, I do.
I use Google Meet and Zoom. That's why I know.
Well, different work, different categories. So, yeah.
I'm confused with Zach and Michaela. What blow up did he witness?
Her. I think he's talking about her in general, like, because he says she's triggering, like a knee-jerk reaction. She is, and I just, when she responded like, I cannot believe you think this today, that you think that I will never change, whatever change. You have shown, Michaela, that you have been a knee-jerk reaction from the beginning, from the honeymoon.
Mm-hmm.
So he's telling the truth. You may not have liked, thank you so much. You may not have liked how he gave you the message, but the message to me was clear and it was true, in my opinion. So what you say?
When she called him a GD.
Exactly.
I know when she said that, I had a double take. I'm like, was it that serious?
Yeah, but she's been a knee-jerk reactor since the COVID, since the honeymoon. She didn't want this. She could have stayed and enjoyed the honeymoon, been around other people. I mean, wouldn't have been like, all hugged up like she wanted. Mm-hmm. But, so he told the truth. And then with him showing emotion and him, expressing his feelings through his tears, he has other things going on too. Like, seriously, like, who hurt this man along the way? I mean, he's only 27. Like, who has hurt his feelings to the point where he feels like he cannot communicate with a woman, and his relationships continue to go through this, whatever she's doing to him every single time? Like, how is that possible that the experts pick someone for you that's doing the same thing to you that your past relationship done to you too?
Or maybe I have a theory for that. Maybe
I got a call.
They did that for him to try to find ways to cope with it or something. Try to find ways to like realize and maybe help her in a sense, because the counselors always love for the couples to help each other, not for them to go help them. I'm just throwing out theories. I can't tell you what's going on in their brain because it don't make sense to me. It don't make sense to our viewers. And it don't make sense to the other YouTubers who do it as well.
Go ahead, Kelsey. Right. Read my mouth so good like this.
So Tamar was agreeing about
Kelsey.
the COVID thing. And then Kelsey said, I don't think she should stay because of cost. But he didn't want to spend time with her. That's why he had to go home to get the Apple TV.
I just have no comments for that. Once again, Kelsey and Tamar, in my opinion, everybody in the chat, is couples again who aren't compatible. Period. Period. She clearly needs counseling because she is not over, and I'm not saying that there's a timeline of being over a death, but every conversation she brings up her dad and the type of man he was and this and that. I'm sure he was a good man and this and that, but that's always something that's tied to her blowing up. So she needs, in my opinion, additional counseling before she can move on in any relationship. And that includes a friendship with anyone, male or female, including the friendship, because something is going to trigger her. Like he said, a knee-jerk reaction. And to me, he's correct. Like, you can't say, she's the type of person where you can't say anything around her because you don't know what's going to trigger her.
Yeah, she's going to get mad.
Yeah.
I think Zach was trying to test her with the Apple TV thing to see if she would blow up.
I mean, he don't have to test her. She's going to blow up. I mean, when she didn't know where he was and she knocked that Clorox cleanup or whatever it was on the ground and like packed her bags and left without, hearing exactly what happened.
She was too through.
It's ridiculous. So.
But yeah, the Jose thing.
No.
He was wrong. You know what he kind of reminded me of?
Who?
When he was doing that and then he was cooking and drinking his Truly. I forgot what season it was, but that season where it was that Italian guy and the other girl who we end up finding out was very abusive towards her. And
Luke. Oh, it's a Luke?
I don't remember what his name was. And I guess they had to go to the laundromat to like
my gosh, that was so long ago.
It was, but that's what it reminded me of. It's the control thing. And I'm just like, this is why you're single. This is why you've been single.
Yeah.
And this is why you're going to keep being single. And it's broadcasted on a show. But hey, maybe somebody
here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's broadcasted on a show, but the bottom line is you are who you are. It doesn't matter if you're on a show or not. You are who you can sugarcoat for the first week or whatever, but the real you always comes out. You are who you are. It doesn't change. Like, you literally have to have counseling or whatever to change. Period. You
have to want to change.
You have to want to change.
And I don't think Jose wants to change because he don't feel like he has anything to change.
Exactly.
So you can't tell nobody anything like that. Yes,
There it is.
Now I just got two things, and I got my homework. This was a whole mess, and lied on this girl. Oh yeah, he was bad. Jose lied on that girl when he got with the group, and then, but then the thing was, she called him Johnny, which was one of their castmates, or I don't know if that was the ex-boyfriend's name or what. But my thing was, he locked her out of that apartment on purpose.
Yeah, of course he did.
Now, but did she go back? Like, was she able to get in, or did she have to go home?
I don't know. They didn't show that. They just saw the next day when he was cooking. So I personally think that she never got in because he was so smug with, well, I lock up my valuables, and she's knocking on other doors. So I think maybe producers took her home.
But my next question is, does anybody stay at the apartments? Because when she knocked on Gil and Mirla's door, they didn't let her in either. But then again, I don't really see them letting nobody in. Because, like, for as bougie as Mirla is, Gil is equally as bougie. He just couches it different. But it was a hot mess. Like, the way he went about it was all wrong. And then, like, the way he told the story, you conveniently left at the part where you cussed out your wife like she was like a hoe on the street. Like, that's so rude.
Right.
With Michaela and Zach, he went to get the Apple TV to have an excuse not to come back because he didn't want to come back. He didn't. And he was also testing her to see if she was going to blow up. Like, he has decided that's who she is. And granted, that is who she is, but at least she's trying. He and Ryan share the similarity of, if it's not a complete fairy tale, I don't want it. And with Brett, he's not attracted to Ryan at all.
No.
He thinks she's a nice person. He thinks she's a pretty girl, but he's not physically attracted to her. And, like, to be honest, I think his type is probably a blonde hair, blue-eyed girl, the typical all-American Texan-looking girl. And, like, Brett, I'm going to need her to get some self-esteem and some self-respect, because I would have just told him, hey, listen, I can see you're not getting there. Like, let's just ride this process out so that we both don't have to pay a bunch of money to get out of this, and just go about our business. And on that we can part amicably, because all she's doing is hurting her own feelings.
Yeah, in the beginning, I thought Brett had more self-esteem than that, because she came off so like, I'm me. I've been doing this by myself. I'm this, I'm that. I'm the coach. I do this. You know what I'm saying? I just thought she was more headstrong.
She presents well, but she's really a weak little girl in the end. And they got too many different political leanings for it to really work. Like, my sister was watching this and she said you could be in a household and have political leanings that were different, pre-Trump era. Like, you could be a Bush and a Kerry and it wasn't that much of a difference. But it's too much going on for you to be like straddling the fence, because Ryan kind of reminds me of, if it's my friends, if it's my specific family, I believe in those rights. But if it's not my friends or my family, I'm not really touching it. This whole season, like, the idea of them was a good match, but the makeup of them isn't gonna work. None of these couples are gonna work. Not a single one. Mirla's not gonna work with Gil because she's been wanting to kiss him. She just likes to play hard to get.
I agree.
She likes to play cat and mouse. And then when she saw he was really gonna leave her, she was like, oh, I gotta do a little something to keep him around. But no. And Bao and Johnny, they're never gonna work either, because Johnny ain't forgave his dad for leaving, and he's gonna punish every person that he meets until then. And Bao she's too stuck in the moment for anything to even try to work. Like, nothing about any of these couples are gonna work at all.
I agree. In the beginning, I thought it was in the very, before the show progressed, when we saw them for the first time, I thought it would have been Johnny and Bao. He has disappointed me just by the things he said. Like I said, what's up with the emotional energy that these men are projecting upon these women? Except for Gil. Gil's projecting, I'm messy, I might be a little two-faced along the way, but the other four are projecting emotional energy that's not.
They have emotional baggage that they have not dropped off. They have check through, and they are going to make the women in their lives pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Jose is dangerous because the way he cussed her out like that.
Oh yeah.
I was like, and then he's little too, so he's about her size, so he really could just like square up with her and like really put them paws on her.
Mm-hmm.
And the way he like, and I was always raised, if a man will talk to you like that, he'll definitely put his hands on you because it's only one step further.
Exactly, it's a progression too, and he did it so quick, just like
it was like,
I was like, what?
But which we always knew he was controlling because of his desire for her to move into his house, want a bank account. Like abuse isn't just emotional and verbal, it's also financial.
Yeah.
Like he wants to hold on to all of the money and dole her out an allowance. And she's gonna be in Target asking, can she buy 2-ply toilet paper or 3-ply?
Right. I agree. And you know what, Kelsey? When she came out with producers and she read, what was on her phone, her feelings from the phone. Now she said, she was like, I'm sorry that, maybe I should talk to you about it. And maybe they should have, but at the same time, I can understand why she didn't. Because if this happened, what we saw on TV, no telling what he could have been saying before this. You know what I'm saying? Where she had to write it out and keep it somewhere, her feelings, because she knows that she can't talk to him about anything. That's clear to me.
It's very clear. And like when they went to that farm to buy those plants, he already had decided what they were going to get.
Mm-hmm.
He had no room for whatever she wanted to get. Like everything she wanted, well, he had to come back to why it wasn't good enough. It's it is like, do you hate women? Because just something about that just ain't kosher.
Right.
Like, the dad did ask him why he can't be normal. I think Ryan just wants to have kids, but he was raised that you have to do the wife, then the kids, and that's just the way he thinks it's supposed to be. And then I think that friend dying really messed him up as well.
Yeah.
And we don't know how that friend died to this day. So we don't know if the friend killed himself, died in an accident, had cancer. We don't know.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So, but whatever it was, it had to have been tragic because the way he just reacts to it ain't just like my friend went to sleep and didn't wake up.
Right.
But no, this whole thing with Jose, like that, like, I was saying to Chloe, I said, I really believe Jose is either gay or bisexual. I honestly, like, that is my true blue feeling, clinical opinion feeling towards Jose, because the way he projects and showboats and just goes about things, and the way he came at her, he talked to her like how women talk to a girl that they hate.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he was talking to her like, I'm mad that I don't get to live the life I want to live. Like, it reminds me of how like Bruce Jenner used to go at Kris Jenner.
Oh, I know what you mean.
And how he used to like snap at her because he was mad that he couldn't live as a woman.
Well, here's another thing too. And if he is bisexual, I mean, he's just bisexual, whatever. He needs to own it. But Jose's dad also cheated.
Mm-hmm.
And so, even though he's with his stepmom, that was in the beginning, you weren't paying attention.
I was like,
So with Rachel coming clean and being honest,
I wouldn't have said that. I would have kept that to myself.
But she was still honest. But that's not. But she shouldn't have to be faulted for his baggage with his dad. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree with you 100%. But Mom, you like, I'm sure you talk this, and you don't let your left hand know what your right hand doing.
That's true.
So like some things, like your husband ain't meant to know everything. If it's not gonna affect y'all's relationship going forward, and somebody can't handle something, and it has absolutely nothing to do with it, it was before they met you.
Mm-hmm.
What is the point in knowing about it? Like, unless we gonna have to have dinner with this man, meet this man, spend Christmas with this man, what about him do you need to talk about?
I don't know. I still think it would have came up eventually.
I mean, I'm sure it would have came up eventually, but they would have at least had the foundation to. I
don't think they would have the foundation, because when now that they meet their family, like before they go on the honeymoon, it was his dad, his mom, and a stepmom. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So the stepmom was way more chatty than the mom. So I think that would have been triggering, like, oh, your stepmom's nice. How'd your stepmom and your dad meet? You know what I'm saying? And I think that would have started the conversation. And then, then maybe she would have felt like guilty in her heart, because Rachel seemed like she'd say what's on her heart. You know what I'm saying? And be like, oh, well, XYZ, even though it may not be the right thing to say. But I think eventually it would have came out in the first week anyway, just based on Jose's dynamics and meeting the family in the beginning.
Oh, well, I would have been able to hold that, because like some stuff I just don't think supposed to tell folks. They just take their business. Like,
true.
If I ain't got to deal with her, what I got to know about her for? Like that had nothing to do with me. That happened before I knew you. Like, that has nothing to do with me. And I think, but also, Jose has little man syndrome. Like, he is short. Like, all the things he picked out about himself, somebody then called him these things in an argument.
For sure.
And I don't know if he's been cheated on, but when he said that he dated that woman for 4 years and he just wasn't there, that let me know then Jose was looking for a picture. He wasn't looking for a person.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want any reminder of what was before him. And children would be a physical, living, breathing reminder that there was a man here before me. And that man may be taller than me, have more money than me, look better than me, and I gotta be in the house with his kids every day. And if she got 4 kids, she probably wouldn't plan on having no more.
That's true.
So I just feel like Jose, he ain't never gonna meet nobody to make him happy, because Jose don't love himself. He don't love himself at all, and it's very clear. And if it was the ex-boyfriend's name was Johnny, okay, I get that, whatever. But if it was the castmate, seriously?
I think maybe Ryan said that because they didn't open their door. I mean, we don't know. We didn't see it on production, whatever. But maybe Ryan said that because, in my opinion, aren't Jose and Johnny like best buddies on the show? So maybe that's why he said, like, oh, I know his name is Johnny. I think that's why he said that. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, but probably what happened was Rachel probably told the girls, and girls probably told their man or whatever. Because when he was telling the story, it seemed like everybody knew what really happened, and they just wanted him to tell it.
But they said they were in the clubhouse, so it's not like they were having sex. Or were they having sex? I mean, he made it seem like they were just hanging out.
Yeah, they were just hanging out, and like she called him another dude's name by accident, which that's why I tell people, if you just call everybody baby, you ain't gonna have that problem.
Well,
Brian stayed with he was there.
Oh, okay.
What then? Obviously, you looking at somebody, but you.
I have to be honest. I skipped a little bit past, so I didn't really see like the entire scene. But
yeah, I didn't. I kind of skipped over. But how many times if you call Cassandra her brother's name and call your son Cassandra's name?
Now, none, because they're boy and girl. But I will say my granddaughter's name, because they'll have the K name. Her name is Kendall. I'll be like, Cassandra. You know what I'm saying? But it's a girl. You know what I'm saying?
But okay, well then the exact same, like Johnny and Jose. Like, I mean, I get what you're saying. Like, it's not that big of a deal,
right?
Like, but to me, I feel like he was looking for something so that he could get his way, like so he could say, "Well, I'm giving you grace on this. Give me this." And then also, I think he wanted her to beg. Like, he wanted her to be like, "Please forgive me." Like, he wanted that power for sure.
He did, but you can tell. Because we'd be on Jose all night. You can tell that something has been leading up, that of course we don't see everything on camera.
Oh yeah, for sure.
To get to this point. You know what I'm saying? It just has, because, for him to be so dismissive and the way he said it, let's just go back to like, getting herbs and stuff for the flower pot and stuff like that. Like, there's got to be other things going on camera. And I think maybe their intimacy is where they try to smooth things out. I honestly think that's where they may be compatible, maybe because they both want to have sex, honestly. But I just don't see them being compatible at all.
You like Bow and Johnny, that's where they're compatible, is the sex.
Because he's too meticulous, my credit score is up here, this and that. She don't want that. She said she didn't want that from the very beginning. Mm-hmm. So I think there's always been tension in the room. And it just blew over for whatever happened at the clubhouse that was cut out.
And none of these couples gonna work out. It's all a mess. We can hope for next season, but that's really what we just waiting on.
We said that last season. We was like, we can hope for next season. And look what happened.
Well, I mean, at least this season's entertaining in the fact that we don't have like a Chris and Paige type drama. Yeah. Oh, he tried to put you together. Yeah, but no, I gotta finish my homework. So y'all have a good night and happy 25th birthday. I know you're really 25. They just put 2, 25
times 2. Thank you so much. We're not gonna be on much longer. Have a good night, Kelsey.
Thank you.
Bye bye. So yeah, but
it looks like your story has holes. #MVP. That's what me and Mom were talking about before we came on. Because go ahead, say how you felt about that.
No, but that's true though. I mean, because about to call him Johnny. I'm gonna say Johnny.
He gonna get us shut down.
I almost called him Johnny.
Gonna get married at first sight to block our stream.
But Jose, when he's around Johnny, who's his bestie on this show, because you saw how Johnny was like, oh, like come to him for advice and stuff like that when he's going through issues with Bao. Mm-hmm. I just honestly think it was, a mistake, but at the same time, Jose comes across so machismo when he's around the guys. He don't do that around Rachel. Like, he told a story kind of like, he was at the clubhouse and next thing you know.
Well, his machismo.
Hold on. Next thing you know, I had to go take a leak and da-da-da-da-da. Like guy talk. I took a leak and I went to the bathroom and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And just like, I was like, well, you didn't tell the part where you cussed her out like a sailor, this and that. And even the guys were standing around like, no, something's missing. And he couldn't own up to what was missing because you said like, I didn't know what she was doing. She cheated before, so I didn't know where she was. And then when Ryan was like, and all the guys in their confessional was like, well, I've never just locked a deadbolt before. You have to intentionally do a deadbolt. Most of us have deadbolts on our doors. You have to intentionally lock that deadbolt because it's not with the key from the inside. So he knew what he was doing. It's Paula Picks.
She said happy birthday.
Thank you, Paula's Picks. Thank you so much.
I said, where did Rachel end up sleeping? Probably one of her friends picked up.
I think so too, because we didn't see her till the next day and no one answered the door. So,
but you're saying where is his machismo when it comes to Rachel? His machismo comes from him being controlling,
right?
Because that's what he feels like is what a man. Because I believe he likes to talk about his culture.
They're both Hispanic, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's their culture.
So I think for that's where it comes from.
Well, hey, you don't have to save when you're with the guys and when you're with the ladies. To me, you don't have to save face. That's what they
put the front.
That's what they put you there for, to express yourself, to show what's going on and see if they can help each other out. Not be like, yeah, this, that, or I did this or I did that, male or female. But that's not the first time Jose did that. That's not the first time
he cussed her out before.
I'm saying with the men. That's not the first time Jose came across and give like, you don't have to say everything that's going on in your relationship, but that's not the first time he did that. I mean, at least Johnny, for real this time, when he was going through it with Bao, at least he told the story to the guys, what was really going on. Like he wasn't feeling it. He was honest. Mm-hmm. Jose, this is the second time that I could think of, wasn't honest about what was going on. So, but yeah, there was a bunch of holes in the story. And the reason why, in my opinion, he didn't say at the story of the holes, because they probably would have like, you said, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, now I see why she wants a divorce.
Exactly.
But hey, I don't know. I could be wrong. I mean, we are coming from the female point of view. We have had people, someone tag us before. So this is from our perspective, not necessarily from a man. This is how we see it.
Well, maybe next time when we come on live, we'll have the guy's perspective.
Yes, they'll join us live. Yes. So, okay.
Was Michaela actually not feeling well to hang out with the girls?
She's done that every time too, Tamar. Every time, well, not every time. Most of the times when they have a group setting, she is not there. And I believe that's because she doesn't want to say what's going on in her relationship, because the time that she was there, she lied too. Was like, oh, everything's okay. Girl, everything is not okay and had never been okay. But that's just how I see it.
Right. Here we are.
Yep.
So, well, thank you guys for joining us. I really want to thank all of you for sticking with us throughout this time.
Yes.
I'm sure you all know what Mom has been going through. So
my journey
coming to 50 has been a really, I don't even know the word for it.
I'm grateful. I'm humbled. I'm still going through treatments.
It's a really great moment to be here because from May to now, it was just, we just didn't know. Everything was unknown. But I'm really happy that you guys stuck around with us. You guys are very patient with us. You guys are very kind to us, even though we don't really know each other. It's really warming, and we just really want to thank you guys. And for those who, like Mom likes to say, watch us on the playback.
Yeah.
R2. So thank you guys for that. Next week for Married at First Sight, because we have to get back on this Married at First Sight ball.
Now, I might not be on next week, just depends on how I'm feeling, but I'll do my best.
Yes, because I want to see the aftermath of what's coming next. I want to see what Pastor Cal has to say about Jose, because I know he has something to say. He always has something to say. He just don't make his plans in progress when it comes to it.
Right. And again, thank you to all those who reached out with birthday wishes and prayers when I was going through my surgery.
I wish we could do like a shot on here or something. Well, I can have a shot. You can't have a shot. Well, you could.
No.
But you know.
No. Thank you to everybody. I read all the prayers and all the well wishes, and even when I was down, even Cassandra read them to me. So it's much appreciated. I don't want to cry. I'll cry off camera. But thank you, everybody. I really, truly, truly appreciate it so much.
Yes. So we hope you enjoy the rest of your day and have a really great weekend. 50th birthday and no need for glasses. Can't be true. Oh, no, she got glasses.
I have glasses. I'm just not reading. I'm having Cassandra read to me.
And she got new glasses.
Yeah. I need glasses to read small print. So, yes, I wear glasses.
But this is me talking. And then when I get to 50, I'm going to have the ones that's really big. I'm here talking about you.
That's right. So, thank you again, everybody. We really appreciate it. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to all our old subscribers, our new subscribers, and tell a friend, Millennial Mom is back. We'll do what we can. Thank you so much.
Hey, that rhymes.
I know.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Take care.